Hey, so the first thing I wanted to do is thank all of you for coming to the webinars earlier this week. I know you're headed into a busy weekend, and so I wanted to really focus today on customer relations and how that works. So this video is going to be about, I'm going to say 5 to 8 minutes long, and we're going to go through everything that you have access to in the new customer relations and how that all works. So go to your IQ office and log in, and when you log in, you're going to see a screen that looks very similar to this. I'm going to go ahead and act as a demo account so that you can see more of what's going on. So when you log in, you are going to see a dashboard looks like this, and you can easily add a favorite by just clicking on add a contact, and then you can actually go in and you can select these people. So I can select Chris, and from here I can easily log a text, log an email, or edit her. I can also do an email. If you have an IQ Voice number, you can call direct out from the system or text. If you want to know more information about how the IQ Voice works, feel free to visit the YouTube channel. I'm not going to go into that because I really want to show you how you can manage contacts and everything that you can do with them. So the next gauge under that does show your recent contact activity, and if you hover over this, it shows this person has viewed 26 properties and they have visited the website 29 times. It also says the last time that they viewed the property, and you can again easily email, call, text, or edit the contact right from here. To see a main dash of all of your contacts, you're going to go to Customer Relations and then to My Contacts, My Leads. If you're on the home screen and you click on Contact/Leads, it takes you to the same place. Awesome, awesome. Now from here you can sort by the name, you can sort by the activity, or you can also go in and say, hey, I want to see only my lender contacts, and apply. And that is how you can sort by contact type, and it automatically will bring that up. So that is how you use this section. How do you add a contact type to a client? So what you do is you'd open up the client, or you'd enter your new client, and then you have an option over here, and you can say contact type. And I want to add a contact type of prospect. Once I've typed it in, I'm just going to go over here and click plus, and now it's an option for a contact type. And when I push OK, it's going to show here. So this could be a lender and a prospect. You can click as many contact type as you would like, and then you can click save. So that's how you add a contact type to a client. You also can call or text immediately out from the system here, or you can email. So if you click the email, it will open up that email screen right here from you. As you scroll down, you have the option on the right-hand side to add notes. These are your personal notes. However, I do recommend anything that you're writing about companies or about people, you need to make sure that you're being politically correct and kind, so that in the case that someone accesses your system or you forget to log out of a computer at a client's house, they don't see that you wrote, this client has a terrible haircut, or something really derogatory like that. You can easily add them to a campaign. To do that, you would just click on this plus button, and when you do that, it's going to add all the campaigns that you could put up. So you could add them to a 4th of July or Puccinelli Parkway. You would just decide. So I'm going to say, hey, I want to do a Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas 2018 campaign, and click save. Now I can see that that campaign is added, and I would see the last send date from that campaign. I can also easily remove that campaign from that client right there. Right underneath that, you can actually check for someone's social profile, and if you're not using this social profile, I feel like you're missing out. So this actually goes out and it scrubs the internet, and it says what are the organizations, what are the titles, what's happening, where are the social media, where is it coming from, and you can go out and you can check and check for that. So you can also mark the profile as invalid if it is not the correct profile. Just below that, you would see the activity date, and you could also see when they were added and when they were last updated. On the left-hand side, you can go through and you can add company information. You can also set up a portal for that client. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to set this up. And the password. And I am going to change the email back to the demo. And I can go down and I can say, do I, as the agent, want to be copied, yes or no? Is this active or inactive? So yes, I want it to be active. And do you want the watch emails to go out daily or an MLS change? You choose that. Once you're done with that, click save. And the next part that we're going to actually go in and do is we are going to actually set up a property watch so that you can see how that works for your clients as well. So by doing that, you're going to go up to this property watch tab, and you can go in and you can go ahead and create a watch. And so when I click on this button, it's going to say name the watch, and I'm going to call this Summer 2018 Waterfront. You just need to name it so that when your client sees it, they know that you heard them, and you also know when you're looking at it what watch this is, because I'm making the assumption that you're going to work with these people more often, and you're going to want to be able to go in and have multiple watches and see what was happening with all of them. Do you want them to see email updates, yes or no? So if you say no, they're just going to see the updates when it comes, when they log into their portal. And what are the details of the properties? So I can actually go in, as you can see down here, the max that you can have on this is 100. So this is 160. So I'm going to go ahead and just click no on a couple of these, and it's going to take them down. I only want houses. So now we're at 123, and I'm going to say, hey, it has to have 2 bedrooms, and it has to have 2 bathrooms, and it needs to have at least 1 acre. So now I'm under that threshold. Now you can, as you're setting this up, go through and add as much detail as you want. What do you want to do? Default to a map, you choose. When you hit the next button, it's going to pop up with a screen, and you have the ability to actually just select certain properties if you like. So if you want to just send 3 of these 60, you can just send 3. You also can click on the view button, and it will pop up in a separate tab so you don't lose where you are, the details about that listing. Then when you hit the next button, it's going to say those are sent. The other options that you have, here's a preview of the email. The other options that you have at the top are to send everything. I want to send all these match properties, or don't send any of this, don't send a property watch at this time at all. Those choices are up to you on how you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click through. It's going to send those 3 properties that I chose, and I'm going to say send property watch email. Now I can see in this dashboard, this is the watch that I've set up. These are the properties that are being watched that I've sent, these that match their criteria, and you can go in and you can view these, and the client has the ability to actually go into their portal, view or save those properties. So you can say he emailed, removed, saved. What are they doing with these? That is the exciting thing that comes with this. The other thing that I want to show you is how to attach a listing to your client. So you can actually go over to listings, and you can add a listing to a client. So if you are representing the seller, you can go in and you can attach listings. So I can say, hey, actually this listing that was deleted belonged to this client, and this listing that's active, and we actually closed on this in 2017, these all belong to this client. And then I click next. Are you sure you would like to make this contact the seller? I'm going to hit yes. And now that person has been added. I also have the opportunity to send a welcome email because your sellers get a portal as well now. So I'm going to say finish, don't send. And now I can see the listings that are attached to that client. The last piece of what you can do in the clients is underneath the action tab. So you can add an action plan, which we talked about. This is another way that you can go out and do it. You would click save. Here that is, or you can add individual actions. So if you know that you have a home inspection on a certain day, you can mark the day. When do you want to be notified? Do you or if you're on a team, the owner agent want to be the one? And you could put in the description the home inspector's name, phone number, and time if you would like, and click save. Once you do that, it's going to add another action here. Here's the other thing, is when you complete an action, you can actually go in and you can edit this, and you can go in and you can complete this. I can say, hey, complete the action. We talked on the phone, we texted, we emailed, we rescheduled, we talked about XYZ, and I'm good to go, and hit save. The system's smart enough to know that you assigned this action, and so it's going to ask you when you want to follow up next. I want to follow up in 1 week, schedule, and there it is. Here's the next follow-up. So that is everything that you can do with AnaContact. It's a lot of information. There's a lot that you can do. The system is meant to really help you. I do want to show you that on your main dashboard, those to-do list items will show up here. under that gauge. I just want you to know this is a demo account, so it is 99% functional, but your to-do actions are going to show up right here underneath that to-do gauge. I hope this was super helpful. I hope you have a successful weekend, and we look forward to helping you work smarter.